I'm Richard Roeper, and coming up next, Robert Redford directs an all-star cast, including himself, in The Company You Keep. It's my review right now. At 76, the legendary Robert Redford plays a former 1970s radical with an 11-year-old daughter, and yes, he's just too old for the role. It's one of the many distractions hindering a great cast and an intriguing premise. Redford plays Nick Sloan, a socially conscious lawyer and widowed single father who's a former member of the radical group known as the Weathermen. Nick's been living under an assumed identity for more than 30 years. But the walls are closing in after Susan Sarandon's Sharon Solars is arrested for her part in a long-ago bank robbery in which a security guard was killed.
Actually, I don't care much for either side.
So what, that makes you fair and balanced? You know, it's a funny thing. 30 years ago, a smart guy like you probably would have been involved with the movement yourself.
Nick's on the run, connecting with former weathermen played by Richard Jenkins, Nick Nolte, and Julie Christie in the hopes they'll clear his name. Meanwhile, Shia LaBeouf plays an ambitious, ethics-challenged reporter tracking Nick.
What is he doing? Buying himself time for something.
I don't know. For what?
I don't know. I'm asking you.
The top-heavy casting actually kind of works against the film as we keep wondering which big name is going to turn up next. Meanwhile, we don't believe LaBeouf's reporter character is that much smarter than the FBI. We don't buy all the soap opera twists, and it's really difficult to believe kindly old Nick Sloan ever kept company with these narcissistic radicals that are still trying to justify their acts of domestic terrorism decades after the fact.
People do what they have to do.
But what are you doing then here? With me? I mean, you had a choice in all this after all.
Well, to me, it doesn't matter what I say unless I say it to somebody who's interested in the truth. And it seems as if you're interested in the truth. Most people aren't. What are you gonna do?
My job.
Despite the real-world parallels, the terrific setup, and some fine performances, The Company You Keep is, like many films Redford has directed, curiously uninvolving. It winds up being less than the sum of its parts. I give it a C+. I'm Richard Roeper. You get all my reviews at richardroeper.com and on Reels.